Good evening, Jeremy Fernandez with ABC News. This time last night, a toddler was playing happily in the backyard of her home. Now, her heartbroken family is struggling to come to terms with her sudden death. She was killed during a police chase in Western Sydney. The driver of the stolen car, a dangerous offender, is still at large. Deborah Rice has this story.
This neighbourhood in Constitution Hill is in mourning.
We just can't describe how we're all feeling today. I was home with my kids yesterday.
Like many of the children around this community housing, 17-month-old Tatiulina Tawafanga was playing in her backyard last night. She was killed when a police chase went horribly wrong.
I saw the police car stop. Then I went and I saw the little girl was on the ground, it was full of blood.
Police were pursuing a stolen Audi. It sped down a dead-end street, smashing into the Tawafanga's fence. It continued through the backyard, across a park and onto a roadway.
They just come flying through the park. We have 10 to 15 kids playing in this park, playing cricket, and they come through doing over 100 kilometres through this park.
Instead of pulling off, they continued pursuing him and they hit the kid on the way through.
The toddler and her twin sisters were taken to Westmead Hospital, where Tatiulina Tawafanga died.
This is not a place for coppers to chase, The innocent girl got killed just for nothing.
I've actually spoken to the police that have been involved in this operation and they are distraught, they really are. These are family members, they've got children the same age. They are doing it very tough at the moment.
The male driver of the car is still on the run. His 22-year-old female passenger faced court today charged with drug offences. Police are now trying to piece together exactly what happened. While a forensic investigation is likely to answer which car killed the toddler, the big question for this community will still be why a police pursuit was allowed to continue through such a heavily populated residential area.
And Deborah Rice joins us now from Constitution Hill. Deb, the family has just released a statement. What are they having to say? Well, in the statement, which is quite brief, they say that they're utterly devastated over the tragic death of their beloved Tatiulina and that the entire family is in a state of absolute shock. They've asked for the public and for the media to respect their privacy and say they really can't comment further because it's a matter now before the coroner. And of course, it is also a matter that the police will be investigating internally as well, as it's still unclear whether it was a police car that hit and killed the toddler or whether it was the car that they were pursuing. And Deb, what about the community more broadly? How are they reacting to all of this? Well, look, not surprisingly, they're in shock as well and they're quite angry. This community here is a labyrinth of small cul-de-sacs and circuits and so on. It's quite obviously not an area of through roads, so they're wondering why police pursued a car into such a built-up family area anyway, when there's obviously a lot of children who would be playing around in the parks here and on the street. This actual street really is more of a driveway. It has a curb coming into it. So they're very frustrated by the idea that this happened to begin with, and they're asking for answers, needless to say, but still they're laying their tributes here to say how much they miss the children. Other friends have been saying that they will be devastated by the loss of this one child, and their hearts go out to the family as well. Deborah Rice in Western Sydney.